Hello and welcome back to our little 2012 Formula 1 season in AMS2 in virtual reality. Today we're here in Spa-Francorchamps for the Belgian Grand Prix. We'll be competing as Romain Grosjean today, who is looking to make some positive headlines today after taking out then championship leader Sebastian Vettel at the last round at the German Grand Prix. The Lotus team will be looking to finally score a podium finish with their strong car this season, which came close to winning in Monaco and only finished just out of the top 3 a couple of times. 22 action-packed laps through the Ardennes await just after we've taken a look at the starting grid. And it will be Fernando Alonso starting from pole position with championship leader Lewis Hamilton just alongside him. The second row then consists of Sebastian Vettel and Kimi Räikkönen, and then we have Kobayashi with another strong qualifying for the Sauber team, Mark Webber in 6th, Romain Grosjean ourselves in 7th, then it is Felipe Massa, Pastor Maldonado and Nico Rosberg. And on the second page we see Michael Schumacher, Jenson Button disappointing qualifying for the McLaren driver, Nico Hülkenberg in 13th, then it is Sergio Perez, Paul Di Resta, Jean-Eric Vergne, Bruno Senna, Daniel Ricciardo, Heikki Kovalainen and Vitaly Petrov. And here we are on the grid here in Spa-Francorchamps, 5 red lights and it's lights out and away we go, and we get a good start. We are already alongside Webber and past Kobayashi, now taking care into turn 1 not to take out our teammate just ahead of us. Kobayashi now round the outside trying to make it past as we are running towards Eau Rouge. Kobayashi already backing out, so we managed to stay ahead and we're now into P5 already. 2 places made up at the start. Now towards Le Combe for the first time. We see some battling going on there. I think Lewis Hamilton has just taken the lead of Fernando Alonso. Or is this actually Vettel with a terrific start? Yes, it is. Sebastian Vettel has taken the lead of the Belgian Grand Prix from P3. So very strong opening lap from the German, who is ready to bounce back after the disappointing home race for him, where of course he was taken out by Romain Grosjean. And now let's see where this is going. We can't really keep up with the top 4 for now. As we are now on towards the run to Blanchimont. And watching with interest what's going on at the top. Alonso looking to get his lead back and Hamilton ready to surprise the 2 of them. And oh, that looks good for Alonso. So Alonso has taken the lead back. While they're still alongside, we now have to take care that Kobayashi doesn't make a move on us. So Alonso, Hamilton, Vettel, Räikkönen and then ourselves. Oh, as we run a little bit wide through La Source. So Kobayashi now is alongside. We're now using a little bit of our curse boost to stay ahead towards Eau Rouge, which we do. Kobayashi once again wisely backing out of there, but is now trying to make a move on the Camel Straight. But we have the faster cars, it seems. Ahead there have been further position changes, I believe. So there is a lot going on right now. Alonso down in 3rd now. Hamilton leading the race with a little bit of a gap to Sebastian Vettel. And then Alonso now dropped to P3 in the 2nd lap of this race. Our teammates still behind them. Now Alonso is trying to get back into P2 as he's going side by side with Sebastian Vettel through that corner there. Where we run a little bit wide. And can Hamilton once again run away from a tremendous battle that is going on behind them? Now Räikkönen against Alonso. Oh, this is a terrible lap. A terrible lap for for Fernando Alonso. We are now very close to him as well, as we see him battling with Vettel. So Raikkonen has moved ahead there. So wow, impressive. Vettel now down into P4. Raikkonen trying to take the lead there into La Source, which he didn't manage to do. So this time Hamilton won't be running away just like he did in Hockenheim, when there was a tremendous battle for P2 going on. As we're now, DRS is activated in that lap, and we have the chance to make it past both Vettel and Alonso, which we do with the help of DRS and a good exit out of Radion. So we're now up into the podium spots and hunting down Lewis Hamilton and our teammate. Well, we were able to stay ahead of the two top drivers behind us, as we are now seeing that through Puon, Raikkonen has made it past Hamilton, but he is still fighting for that lead. This may be our chance to get close to them, but we are still defending against Vettel, who is really all over us right now, as we don't get a good exit through that corner, which may give Vettel the chance to make it past, and we are all out of course as we were defending on the camel straight in that lap. So Vettel easily gets past, and we even have to take care that Alonso doesn't make it past now towards the bus stop chicane. And well, we are early on the brakes and let Alonso through, as we are seeing ahead Raikkonen against Hamilton, still battling for the lead of this race. Raikkonen still ahead. Not anymore. Hamilton has made it past, going into La Source. And there is a yellow flag in the final sector. There has been an incident between Maldonado and Michael Schumacher. Michael Schumacher now out of this race, sadly. So, terrible season for the Mercedes driver after his win in Monaco continues, as Raikkonen now once again past Hamilton and Alonso past Vettel. It looks just like it was in Hockenheim, with a great multi-car battle going on at the top. This time, though, it is for the lead and not just for P2. Hamilton not able to break free of this battling group this time around. And we are still sitting comfortably behind them, being able to somewhat keep up with them and to watch what is happening, and waiting to take advantage of someone going off, someone making a mistake. The things that easily can happen in a battle. Alonso now up into P2, so Hamilton now struggling on that lap. And our teammate is in the lead of this race, Kimi Räikkönen. Can he win a race in this season after coming back from his two sabbaticals in 2010 and 11? Right now, it looks like it, though Alonso is now trying to make it past the Finnish driver, as we get a good exit out of the bus stop, unlike Sebastian Vettel, and we are passed ahead of La Source, and now watching what is going on ahead. Alonso now in the lead of this race, running towards Eau Rouge. Raikkonen dropped down to third in La Source. So it is very exciting what's going on here. Now this is a little bit of a critique on Spa-Francorchamps, as on the Camel Straight overtaking is much too easy with DRS. And we see that here, as no one is able to break free, with the cars going pretty much the same pace and overtaking each other lap after lap with the help of DRS. But it is not only on the Camel Straight, we see a lot of moves on a lot of parts of this track. Hamilton now trying against Alonso. Don't know if this is wise to do that there, as now Raikkonen has gained a lot on him, but he's still close. May Raikkonen try something into Blanchimont or the bus stop chicane? I don't think he is. Well, they're alongside now. He still is trying through Blanchimont. I didn't expect that to happen. And now they're going 3 wide into the bus stop. This may be our chance. And Hamilton makes it past all of them. No, actually he's not, because Alonso gets the cutback on the second part of the bus stop chicane. And now this might be our chance into La Source, or after La Source maybe, going towards Eau Rouge, which is daring. We get a good exit, and now we're using our curse boost to maybe try and make a surprise move on our teammate, which we do towards Eau Rouge, side by side with Raikkonen, and we make it past because Raikkonen backs out of it and thinks better of it, as we're now up into the podium spots, and we get a terrific run on Alonso and Hamilton. But then we make a little bit of a mistake, as I was expecting Hamilton to, just dive to the right and the inside of Alonso, so I backed out of it there. We would have had the chance there to take the lead, but yeah, got a little bit scared of the movement of Hamilton there. So now we even drop behind our teammate once again. Towards the bus stop, now we had to leave a little bit of a gap, and Hamilton is coming in for his pit stop in that lap. We are in lap 9, so going close towards the halfway point of this race. We will do our pit stop just after this lap. And as I said, we will be coming in this lap here, which will be now very exciting to see if the undercut is working well here, because if so, we might get a great chance against Raikkonen and Alonso, who are still staying out. Vettel somewhat not being able to keep up with the top group anymore. I don't know why that is the case. Maybe he's struggling on tires. Just as we weren't able to keep up with Raikkonen, Alonso and Hamilton. Well, we weren't able to keep up with Alonso, Hamilton and Raikkonen anymore, because the grip was getting worse for us, as we're now coming out of the pit lane, and we are coming out behind Lewis Hamilton. He's the car that is running ahead of us there, just going through Raidillon. And I'm starting to realize that our engine at some points just doesn't pull anymore, like it is the case here. Look, we're just losing speed on the Camel Straight, despite, well, being on full throttle. So let's hope there is no issue. Well, and we are coming around La Source here, and now finally Alonso has made his pit stop and is now the last of the top group to have done so, and he comes out right ahead of us. The engine issue is there sometimes it's not there, so let's hope it just enables us to go to the end, as with the help of DRS and the rear wing, we are able to make it past Alonso into P2 now. So we're legitimately fighting for P2 in this race. The only car ahead of us is Hamilton, so we can see him still. And what is remarkable is that there have been multiple DNFs at this point. So we know about Schumacher, who had his crash with Maldonado, but also Jenson Button, who had an engine issue, and Nico Rosberg as well. So 2 cars with engine issues already out of this race. And yeah, there was somehow our engine didn't pull again on this short straight, so this was the chance for Alonso to make it past. Then of course we were a little early on the brakes, so he made it past. But it's now only 5 laps to go after this run, so let's hope that we don't add to the list of non-finishers today. But we will see the overview of the entire field shortly. This will probably enable a lot of drivers to score points today that haven't scored any points so far, and that are usually off the point scoring positions as well. It's kind of top drivers out of this race. So everyone in the top spots has now made their pit stops. Raikkonen dropped down to 5th. The strategy for our teammate didn't work. Then it is Weber, Massa, Kobayashi, Di Resta and Senna now in the point scoring positions, but without any pit stop. But now you can read the other drivers now, the other standings on the bottom of your screen right now, as we are making it past Alonso with the help of the rear wing, and we are ahead, and oh no, and there it happened. This time there was no issue with the engine in terms of, well, losing horsepower on the straight, but it has just blown. Braking for Lecombe, and our engine is now blown. So actually we have now added to the list of non-finishers, and well, that is it. Once again, we don't finish the race in lap 17. We are out of the Belgian Grand Prix after looking to podium finish. What a shame for Romain Grosjean and the Lotus team. And so here are the results. After 22 laps, Lewis Hamilton wins the 3rd race in a row. Alonso finally finishing higher than 3rd. In 2nd this time, Sebastian Vettel on the podium after the disappointing home race for him. Kimi Räikkönen again just off the podium in 4th. Mark Webber 5th. Kobayashi best of the rest. Strong result for the Sauber team once again. Then Nico Hülkenberg in 7th. So good points for the Force India team finally. Sergio Perez in 8th. Bruno Senna 9th, so first points for the 2nd Williams driver, and Paul Di Resta also with his first point of the season. So for the Drivers' Championship, Lewis Hamilton extends his lead over Sebastian Vettel, but Alonso moves closer to the German with the results today. And, well, it's pretty much clear that these 3 will be the ones fighting for the championship. Jenson Button in 4th, Mark Webber in 5th, Raikkonen 6th, Rosberg 7th. Then we have Schumacher. Kobayashi getting close to the 7-time world champion by consistently scoring points. So he is having a strong season, just as his teammate Sergio Perez. Maldonado then in 11th. And then we see Hülkenberg, Massa, Grosjean. Disappointing race, of course, for him. This could have been a massive load of points. Bruno Senna moves into 15th, and Ricciardo is ahead of Paul Di Resta. And the only drivers that haven't scored any points this season are Jean-Eric Vergne, who finished an unfortunate 11th today, Kovalainen 19th, and Petrov 20th. So these, without massive chaos, they won't score any points, I believe. But yeah, these are the driver standings after round 5. For the constructors, we see McLaren in the lead ahead of Red Bull, Ferrari, Mercedes, Lotus getting close to the Silver Arrows, Sauber sitting comfortably in 6th, Williams 7th, Force India 8th, Toro Rosso is 9th, and Caterham the only team without a point. So that has been it for the 2012 Belgian Grand Prix. The next race will be the Italian Grand Prix in Monza. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video, subscribe if you don't want to miss anything new on this channel, and yeah, I hope to see you all the next time. Until then, goodbye.